Okay, why do I keep recording these videos when the sun goes down? I really don't get it. I'm always very careful about how I adjust my mic because if I just slightly tap it wrong, it unplugs and then it screws everything up on my computer. Okay, so today we're gonna shed some tears about a subject that has probably caused many people to actually shed some tears in the company of those most close to them. The thumbnail probably gave it away, but today we're gonna be talking about Mario Kart. My first Mario Kart game was, as you could probably guess by my age, Mario Kart Wii. And I played the hell out of it when I was younger. It was so rewarding to unlock all of the characters in that game and play through all of the courses and all the cups. Plus, I mean, the game was, of course, home to the best Mario Kart character. And yes, that is a bit of a spoiler about how I'm gonna rank people on this list. But let's just get into it. Okay, so before we really get into this, I'm gonna do like I normally do, and I'm gonna go over the tiers. I named all of them after various versions of the star power-up slash item from the actual Super Mario game franchise. S is the Grand Star tier, named after the Grand Stars from Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. These are the ones that I love the most. These are my favorites. A is Power Star, named also after the Power Stars from Mario Galaxy, and these guys are really good, but they're not my personal favorites, and I might pick them on a semi-frequent basis, but more often than not, I'm going to pick the guys from S before I pick anyone else. Although it should be noted, not every single character in this list is from a version of Mario Kart that I have played or is available in the copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I have, because that's the most recent game that I have, and I don't have all the DLC for it because after I kind of stopped playing it, they made more DLC for it. Anyway, B tier is Superstar tier. That's basically the middle of the road mediocre tier. It's people that I think are fine to have in the game, and I know people who play them, but I could really take them or leave them. An alternative name for this tier is probably meh. I don't really care one way or the other. Silver tier is ones that I don't exactly like, but I don't think they are totally and utterly repugnant. And that's named after the Silver Stars from Super Mario Galaxy. You have to collect like 5 of them to make a star. Really what I mean by that is, in bulk quantities, I guess they're okay, but otherwise I'm not really a fan. Bits is characters that I'm not really a fan of. These are characters that I'm not utterly repulsed by their presence in the game, but at that point I feel like a better character could have been slotted in their place and I wouldn't be hurt about it. Bits in D tier stands for the star bits, which are not technically stars, but they're star blank. So, and anyway, the last tier is Z tier, which is the launch star tier, and the launch star is one of the like slingshot things that you can use to like traverse between planetoids in Super Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. And it's an appropriate name for the Z tier because these are the characters that I feel like you could just launch out of the game and I wouldn't miss them in the slightest, and I have a feeling a lot of Mario fans feel the same way. Now, I will also mention I'm not going to be ranking all of the colors next to each other for the various characters that have recolors. So if I put a color in a low tier, don't necessarily think I'm hating against the character because I'm probably going to put the one I use when I do play that character higher than the rest. Also, in this particular tier list, there's one that I don't even know what it means, and even in the game, I don't even remember its purpose or how it functions, so I'm just gonna plunk that one into the Z tier as well, just for the ease of my own sanity. Alright, one last thing. I did make a preliminary tier list of this on my phone. I think it's going to diverge a little bit from it, but I have a decent idea of where all this stuff's gonna go ahead of time. Alright, we're gonna start with Baby Daisy. I know most people don't like Baby Daisy. Baby Daisy is one of my favorites. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. She's just adorable. And I usually tend to pick the small characters because of their acceleration stat, so I don't exactly know what the differences between all the characters are in terms of their stats, but I always personally pick incredibly high acceleration characters over anything else because I hate getting hit by items and getting screwed out of the race because I couldn't pick up enough speed fast enough in order to get to the finish line. So I know all of that didn't really have very much to do with Baby Daisy, but she's adorable, and I know a lot of people find Daisy proper to be annoying, so Baby Daisy kind of skirts by because she's a toddler, and so when she says those things, it just comes off as cute. I think all the babies are the first ones on this tier list. Oh, and just before I get any further, because I forgot to say it already, characters will be ranked best at the left and worst at the right within each tier. So that's going to be relevant here in a second. Baby Luigi's going into power tier. He's probably my favorite out of the Mario Brothers babies. If we had Baby Wario, he'd probably be in grand tier, but Baby Luigi goes in power, and then Baby Mario goes there too, but he goes under him just because I prefer Luigi to Mario, so sorry, not sorry. Mario! Next up, we have Baby Peach, and I'm sorry, but Baby Peach is just hopelessly mid to me. I really am not the biggest fan. I'll probably pick any of the other baby characters before I pick Baby Peach. And then the last baby, and the baby that I've seen get the most hate as far as characters in these games go, is Baby Rosalina. And I know she gets a lot of that hate because Rosalina basically got shoehorned into everything for a couple years, but I'm just gonna come clean with it. I put her underneath Baby Daisy. Baby Daisy was my homegirl in Mario Kart Wii. Baby Rosalina is mostly that, but for Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so can't put her above Baby Daisy. I still find her really adorable, but she's not as adorable as Baby Daisy. Next up, we've got Bowser Jr., and I'm sorry, Bowser Jr.'s just never been a character in any of the Mario stuff that I've found entertaining or interesting in any way. Really, I'd say most of the Bowser children are just extraneous to me. I really just don't care. But, spoiler, he's probably the best I'd rank all of the Bowser children, so yeah, you know where that's going. But I'm not going to skip ahead to that part of the tier list just yet. Contrast that, Bowser goes at the top of A tier. I'll be honest, it's a little bit of a tight race between him and Baby Luigi, but just for the significance of Bowser as a character, I feel like I gotta give it to him. Plus, I mean, he's a giant fire-breathing dragon guy that knows how to play piano. He's also necessary for one of the other characters that I have to rank pretty high, so yeah. Okay, Cat Peach. I want to be 100% honest, I don't even remember if I've played as Cat Peach or if Cat Peach is even accessible in the version of Mario Kart 8 that I have, because I've owned it on both Wii U and on Switch. Think I'm just gonna launch her. I know there was a Super Mario Kart racing game, I think. I don't remember exactly what the name of it was, but I never played it, but I think there were like alternate costumes for the characters in the game. But if Catsuit Peach was just an alternate skin for Peach and they were both counted as the same character and you could just change the costume, I wouldn't really have much of an issue with it, but I don't think that's how that works. At least from what I recall. Like I said, I didn't play it. Okay, this is one where I'm gonna diverge from the preliminary tier list that I had on my phone. Originally, I had Daisy here in Super tier on my phone, but I'm actually gonna move her up. She goes over Baby Mario, but under Baby Luigi, because she is a bit annoying. I have to agree, some of the stuff she says over and over and over again does kind of get on your nerves after a while, but I have to admit she's getting a little bit of outside credit from, I won't explain it, and I'm not gonna link it in the description. If you know, you know. But Baby Luigi, I mean, Luigi's just great, so I can't rank Daisy any higher than Luigi, I'm sorry. Next up.
Okay.
Donkey Kong is also going into A, but question is, where do I put him in relationship to Bowser? I think I'm gonna put him below Bowser, but over Baby Luigi, just because, I don't know, I feel like Bowser's more menacing, and you feel like you got more oomph behind yourself when you play as Bowser, whereas Donkey Kong is just kind of a meme machine. Excuse me for 1 second, my girlfriend texted me in the middle of recording. I just got texted asking how to download an emulator. It's fitting that I'm doing a Mario video while I'm getting a text about that. Please hold for 1 second. Oh, the joys of having a girlfriend. She found out you could download an emulator for an iPhone for the Nintendo DS. And she was like, how do I download Nintendogs to put on my phone? Anyway, I don't know where the hell I was. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong is like a meme machine or something like that. You know, expand dong, what have you. Okay, so we got two powerhouse characters coming right up. Dry Bones. I'm gonna put Dry Bones ahead of Baby Rosalina, and that's mostly for non-personal reasons, because I know a lot of people and a lot of my friends have been on the Dry Bones team for most of my life, and I have to say he is pretty goated. So I don't play him that much myself, but he would probably, if you were just ranking this based on how much I play them, he'd probably be in A. But the fact is, I know Dry Bones is popular as a character choice in Mario Kart, so okay, prepare to get completely not surprised. Dry Bowser is the best. I believe he was added in Mario Kart Wii, which coincidentally was also the first Mario Kart game that I played, and I was so happy when he got added into Mario Kart 8. Dry Bowser is by far my favorite heavyweight in the Mario Kart series, and in fact, I'm probably gonna say it's likely he's not gonna be moving from this position in the tier list. That's how great he is. In stark contrast, we have Golden Mario, who I don't even think was added in the version of Mario Kart 8 that I have. But I have animus towards a certain other character, so I'm not going to rank him very high. I'm going to put him over Cat Peach, or, well, yeah, I'm going to put him under Cat Peach, just because I've seen a lot of, spicy, fan art of Peach in the cat suit. So that's literally the only reason it's going over Golden Mario. I know I should be on that Sigma grind set, and maybe the allure of gold and money should maybe win out here, but an attractive blonde in a tight cat suit is going to win out over money for me in this one particular instance, because it's Mario Kart, not real life. Okay, one of the many Koopalings. He goes in a tier underneath Bowser Jr. I don't even know his name.
Say my name.
I really am not a fan of the Koopalings. Ever since they got brought back in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I already basically showed I don't really like Bowser Jr., and I think he's designed better than any of the Koopalings. So, well, no. He's better than all of them except for one, and we'll get to him, obviously. And then it looks like I've got to rank like a bajillion different versions of the Inklings, who were added in Mario Kart 8. I'm just gonna rank these rapid fire. I'm not gonna talk about each one. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna put the female green Inkling up here. I'm gonna put that one there, and then I'm gonna put the classic Inkling there. I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of the fact that they added these guys to Mario Kart. I know they added several crossover characters, but I could have done without them, to be honest. Really, what they should just do is make like a Super Smash Brothers kart racer, and I know Nintendo's gotta know that people want that, but in a Mario Kart context, I can take it or leave it. I know people aren't gonna like me for this, but I don't like Isabelle in the Mario Kart games. I'm sorry. I barely like her in Smash. I'm not an Animal Crossing guy. I don't really care. Okay, it's time for real Chad hours. He's not gonna be dethroning Dry Bowser anytime soon, but King Boo is second to Dry Bowser. I love King Boo. Again, I think he was added in Mario Kart Wii, so maybe that's part of the reason for my bias, but King Boo was always just so fun to play as. I'm glad they brought him back, just like they brought back Dry Bowser. I don't know why, but I like the idea of King Boo like driving with his tongue. And just as a small sidebar here, I prefer this design to the Luigi's Mansion design. I know there's a lot of diehards for that version of King Boo who are like, oh, why do we not get that one? But this King Boo is my favorite. So, alright, Koopa Troopa is gonna go into the power tier. I guess the question is, where am I gonna rank him in relationship to everybody else that currently occupies this tier? I think I'm gonna say he's probably third place in this tier at the moment, because if I had to pick between Baby Luigi and Koopa Troopa, I'd probably pick Koopa Troopa. Just because I like the sound effects that he makes when you do tricks and stuff with him, and boost, and etc, I know that's a weird reason to rank a character in a certain way, but alright, Lakitu. I don't hate hate Lakitu, but he was added in one of the games that I don't own, and I really don't see a reason to make the Lakitu a playable character. I mean, he's like the guy that picks you up when you fall off the track. I don't really see any reason to make him a full-fledged playable character. Not much more to say than that. I just feel like it was a pointless addition. Okay, this is the only Koopaling that I give a remote damn about. He's going behind Baby Peach just because if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick Baby Peach first, but he's the least offensive Koopaling in my mind. And of course, Nintendo is not going to be getting rid of them anytime soon because they have some sort of appreciation for the Koopalings. I know people clamored for them to come back for a couple years, but I really don't care. He's fine. And I'm not going to apologize for not knowing any of their names aside from one or two of them. That's how little they matter to me. Okay, Clown Top Koopaling. I'm going to put him above the Lakitu just because he has a slightly more interesting design. But I'd probably pick the Inkling or Bowser Jr. over him. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm going to downgrade Bowser Jr. underneath the Inkling. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just have a feeling in my gut that I would rather play as an Inkling over Bowser Jr. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, one of the Koopalings. I don't really care. Okay, so now we have two versions of Link, and I think the first version is from a version of Mario Kart that I don't own, but it's obviously the Breath of the Wild Link design. As far as Mario Kart's concerned, I'm gonna rank both of the Links pretty much exactly the same. So I know some of the stuff I've said may contradict this placement, but to be 100% honest, I'd rather play as Link than Baby Peach. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are fans of Baby Peach in specific that are not gonna like the fact that I'm knocking her down a peg in place of Link as a result of my placement of Link. That said, I'd rather play her than the Breath of the Wild Link. The classic Link is the best. Now, that's not to say I don't like that design for Link outside of the Mario Kart franchise, but in Mario Kart, I'd probably rather pick the classic Link to the Breath of the Wild Link. Dude, there's so many of these damn Koopalings. I think this one's named Ludwig. He's going as far down the list as I can put him without saying that we should just jettison him from the franchise. Okay.
I'm a Luigi.
It may not be the year of Luigi, but he's going up in power. But where do I put him? Well, I've already said I prefer many of the small-sized characters to any of the other weight classes, so I feel like by default, I gotta put him underneath his baby counterpart. Certain artwork of Daisy is making me elevate her slightly in this. Plus, she does wear that, like, biker outfit when you ride a motorcycle with her, so I'm gonna put Luigi underneath Daisy, which I'm sure Luigi wishes he was, and I'm gonna put him over top of Baby Mario, just because Baby Mario is, aside from Baby Peach, one of the most boring versions of the babies. So, you might think, well, Henry, you're ranking Luigi in power. Where does that mean you're gonna be putting Mario? Mario is Mario. He's so generic. I'm gonna put him over the Koopaling and underneath Link, because Link's just cooler, and I'd rather play Mario than a Koopaling, but I wouldn't rather play as Mario in Mario Kart than I would playing as Link in Mario Kart. Mario's games are great, but he's a lot like Mickey Mouse in that the character himself really isn't all that interesting. I know Chris Pratt did a really good job playing him in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which I've seen multiple times at this point, but as for the actual character in Mario Kart, I really just don't care. He's fine. I mean, it is his own franchise, so I can't knock him too much, but okay, the Silver Medal Mario is going all the way to the bottom. I despise this character almost on principle, if nothing else. So, I don't even know what the Mii amiibo even does. Doesn't it like store a particular Mii on the amiibo? That's literally the only thing that makes it special. As for the Miis themselves, I'm gonna put the Miis above Baby Peach but underneath Link, and the only reason for that is it's fun to play as yourself or one of your friends or any number of bizarre characters you've added Miis of, which, trust me, I did a lot of when I was a lot younger. But Link is cooler than the Miis, so they can't really go very much higher. The word I would use to describe the Miis when it comes to Mario Kart is acceptable. I believe this one's called Morton. He's a Koopaling, so he's already not great. I'm gonna put him directly under Bowser Jr. just because he looks slightly different and he's kinda well designed. And I believe he's a heavyweight, so at least he's interesting in that respect, but I can't really say much else about him. I wish I remembered the Koopaling boss battles better, but they were so throwaway I don't even remember them. But I guess most of the new Super Mario Brothers games were very samey. But don't you dare come into my comment section and disrespect the original Nintendo DS New Super Mario Brothers. I will not have that on this channel. Peach. Peach is fine, in both meanings of the word. I'm just gonna say it though, I'm probably gonna place her at the bottom of the power tier. At least Baby Mario has kind of the cuteness factor going for him. Peach doesn't really have much going for her aside from the skin-tight motorcycle outfit. Actually, you know, come to think about that, I wonder if there are any mods that... Anyway, let's not get into that. That was an intrusive thought. But I'm not really the hugest fan of Peach within Mario Kart. I don't think I've ever picked her in Mario Kart unless there was like an unlock that required her specifically to win, which I don't think is a thing. Otherwise, I don't think I've ever played her. Peachy. The only reason Pink Gold Peach isn't in dead last is because I don't remember what the Mii Amiibo thing even means. Unlike in previous tiers, just because I don't know what it does, I'm not giving the Mii Amiibo thing its own tier. It can go to the bottom. Because in the Mario Kart franchise, it should be pretty straightforward, and the fact that I don't remember means that it wasn't. Okay, we have Super Tall Space Mommy. Rosalina. Feel like I'm gonna dock Rosalina some points because when she was initially revealed in the Mario Galaxy series, I liked her a lot, but she got shoehorned into everything, and I'm really just not a fan of the fact that they kept this character around as long as they did, and that includes in Mario Kart. I know I rank the baby form pretty high, but in Mario Kart, she's just slightly north of mid. I'd play her more than Peach. I'd probably play her before Baby Mario. I'd play her more than Luigi, but I'm not gonna pick Rosalina over Daisy. But because of all the things I've said about how Nintendo kind of ballooned her importance and made her artificially more prominent, I can't really rank her any higher than that. Roy. I know I had some friends who really thought Roy was funny. Like, they thought he was a great Koopaling. I don't. In the preliminary test tier, I had him in the same tier as Morton. But you know what? Pretty much just gonna sandwich him with Ludwig. I don't like either of them, and honestly, you could probably just swap their placements on a whim, but I really don't like those two. Maybe it's just the hot pink and the stupid look he has on his face. The sunglasses definitely make me go, ugh. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of Shy Guys. I'm gonna have to consult my preliminary test tier. So I will do these slightly out of order. The best 3 Shy Guys in order is first the white Shy Guy, who goes here, followed by the red Shy Guy, who goes right underneath him, and then the yellow Shy Guy, who goes underneath the Koopa Troopa but above Baby Luigi. Just because those are my 3 favorite colors of Shy Guy. The rest of them, I mean, the black Shy Guy is the next one. He goes over the Miis, and then I guess the green one, followed by the orange one, followed by the light blue one, followed by the dark blue one right here. And pink, I'm just gonna plop underneath Lakitu. Sorry, I just don't like pink on the Shy Guy. Alright, next we have Tanuki Mario. He's going into launch. Catsuit Peach beats him out, just because certain aspects of Catsuit Peach put her above any male character that could possibly be in this tier. Toadette. I'm gonna put her underneath the pink Shy Guy, and the only reason the Shy Guy is winning that battle is because I'm not really a fan of Toadette, and at least I like the normal Shy Guys, so gun to my head, I'd probably pick the Shy Guy over her. Toad is like the definition of mid. I mean, he beats Mario, just because I feel like Toad has a little bit of a reputation in the context of Mario Kart, but yeah, that's gonna be it. He beats Mario, and that's about all he does. Animal Crossing kid, the villager, I'll be 100% honest, even the worst Koopalings are better than this guy, and I'd rather play the male version than the female version. I mean, don't get it twisted, I respect women, but as we all know, they can't drive. There's not a whole lot to say about the villagers. I've said my piece about crossover characters within Mario Kart already, so... Okay, now if this was a tier list about Super Smash Brothers, he'd probably be at the bottom, but Waluigi is pretty great in Mario Kart. He goes over regular Luigi, but everyone above him is above him for a reason. He doesn't have nearly as much appeal to me as the other heavyweights in this tier, like Bowser and DK. And I guess Rosalina is also a heavyweight, but that's mostly on the back of the fact that
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Plus, I kind of like the sound bites that Waluigi emits while he's racing, so... Okay, now, just because I have a friend named Rambler who really likes this character in Super Smash Brothers, or at least did it one time, I know this is a Mario Kart tier list, but Wario's going pretty high up here. In fact, I'd say he's going into the big leagues. I wouldn't play him over Baby Daisy, though. And I wouldn't play him over Dry Bones, but I'd play him over Baby Rosalina, just because it's Wario. I mean, he's the gluttonous garlic fiend. That counts for something, right? Okay, now this is the only Koopaling that I'm gonna put in this tier. I'm gonna put Wendy above Pink Gold Peach, but otherwise, she is literally my least favorite Koopaling. Maybe it's just because they lean so hard into the OMG, it's a girl Koopaling angle, but not for me. I actually don't think I've ever seen anyone play as Wendy in Mario Kart or in Smash Brothers for that matter. I've seen some dark artwork on the internet and it makes me question what is wrong with some of you people, but aside from that, I don't even know if anyone appreciates her at all. Oh my goodness, we had to go through all of the Yoshis and all of the Birdos. So I'll take care of them in order, so Yoshi goes first. I'd probably play Yoshi before I'd play Toad. So that's gonna be the initial spot for Yoshi, but that's the green Yoshi. And since you can pick alternate colors, I have to rank those, and I'm gonna probably rank them at least starting with the green Yoshi spot. I'd probably pick the white Yoshi over the green, and I'd pick light blue over green but under white, and probably pick black Yoshi over green but under the other two. Orange Yoshi, actually, I'd probably pick before any of them. I didn't even know they started putting an orange Yoshi into Mario stuff. I think for a couple years there, he didn't appear in anything. I can't tell if this is like purple Yoshi or like a dark blue Yoshi. I'm gonna be honest, I'd pick him over Bowser Jr., but that's it. Pink Yoshi's gonna go above Toadette, but underneath the Shy Guy for similar reasons as the Shy Guy, as I explained earlier. And then red Yoshi, I'd pick over the dark blue one, but I'm not really a big fan of the red colorations of any character in anything. I mentioned that in my Godzilla Save the Earth Melee video for Gigan. Yes, I do content for Godzilla primarily, if you didn't know. Oh, and then yellow Yoshi. I'd pick him before I'd pick black Yoshi, but not before I'd pick the light blue Yoshi. I'm not really a fan of Birdo. I like how I'm basically lumping all of the pink characters into this corridor here. Actually, you know what? I'd pick Toadette before I'd pick Birdo. I didn't even know they added alternate colors for Birdo in Mario Kart. Maybe that was in the DLC after I stopped playing Mario Kart actively. So really all I had to go off of is these small images here, but pick the black one instead of the pink one. This purple one looks ugly. This one looks even uglier. It's like a pea green with yellow. I mean, that doesn't look appealing to me in the slightest. This light blue one's not terrible, and neither is orange. And red's only better than the original because it's red. I guess I'll put it there. And then this white one, you know what? This one doesn't really do much for me. It's not appealing, at least from the picture, so... And yellow. I wouldn't pick it before I'd pick orange, but it's not like black and white. I do think the black and white one, if it had a better color palette, it might be more appealing, but yellow wins in this case. Okay, Petey Piranha, I know he was in Mario Kart Double Dash, but this picture looks like it's from something more recent, so they probably brought him back. He's fine, but I'll pick him over Toad, because I haven't played him in any of the games that I own. own or have played, but he's not really that appealing to me. I know he's more appealing to a lot of other people, and that includes people that I know, but he's just not that great, in my estimation, and you can disagree with that. I will leave a link to this tier list in the description, so make your own. Wiggler. Wiggler goes over the pink class. I'd rather play Lakitu if I'm being 100% honest. Even in the mainline Mario games, I'm not really a fan of the Wiggler enemies, so Magic Koopa. Magic Koopa's really boring, so put him above Bowser Jr., but under the two Yoshis that are right there, just because I really like the Magic Koopa in the Mario movie. Magic Koopa is not playable in any of the Mario Karts that I own or have played, so I can't really judge him based on how he plays, but like I said, I liked him in the Mario movie, so... Okay, Diddy Kong. I'd play him before I play the Yoshis. I'd play him before I'd play Petey Piranha, but I'd probably prefer a Yoshi if a gun was to my head. Diddy Kong's probably my least favorite Donkey Kong cast character that shows up in the Mario spin-offs.
Meet your new best friend, Hattie. Actually, sir, my name's Diddy.
Yeah, shut up, Hattie. Okay, Mario Kart Wii is doing a lot of the lifting for this particular one. Funky Kong. Baby Daisy is my girl, so she's gonna outrank Funky Kong, but you cannot deny the impact and cultural significance that Funky Kong has within the Mario Kart franchise. His sound effects are iconic. There's an entire generation of people that played Mario Kart Wii growing up that only know Funky Kong because of his sound effects. Okay, this next one, I haven't played her in any of the Mario Kart games, but I was happy to find out that she had been put into one. And I'm just gonna say, Pauline is my favorite of the main Mario girls. She's not technically a princess, but excellent. And I mean, she's probably fun to play in Mario Kart. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I'd play her. It's probably disrespectful to some people to put her above Dry Bones, but like I said, make your own tier list. And last, and certainly least, I'm only putting her above Pink Gold Peach because Pink Gold Peach is an insult of a character. Otherwise, Peachette is why. There is no justification that you can give me for Peachette's inclusion in any Mario Kart that I will listen to and come out with a changed opinion on the character from. So there you have it. That's my ranking of all of the Mario Kart characters, at least as far as this particular tier list goes. That actually took it out of me. That was a lot of talking. Hopefully this tier list is not a nightmare to edit like all of the other Shedding Tears videos have been. I have made so many 45-minute long videos in the course of making Shedding Tears videos. So I'm just gonna cut it off there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Mario Kart is one of my favorite franchises in gaming, and it's iconic. I mean, there's a reason Mario Kart clone is a term. Unfortunately, I do not play Mario Kart anymore like with a feverish intensity. I'm not super duper into the franchise, but as I've said in previous videos, I'm not really much of a gamer anymore. But if I go over to like a friend's house and they have Mario Kart and everyone's playing Mario Kart, I will play and proceed to absolutely school everyone there, including the multitude of girls at the party who like to claim that they're really good at Mario Kart and then proceed to be like the most mid-tier player of Mario Kart you've ever seen in your life. But I'm just so glad that they've added so many characters to the Mario Kart series over the years, to the point where I can even make a tier list about all of them. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Leave a like if you watched all the way through, or heck, even if you didn't watch all the way through and you skipped to this part for some reason. And leave a comment telling me which characters you like to use in Mario Kart and for what reasons, because that would probably give me more of an incentive to read your comments, because I know competitive Mario Kart is a thing. Anyways, that's all I've got. My voice is starting to die, and I'll see you guys later.